I used to have several sites. Now I kind of like the grower's edge. It gives me that cash max. You can tell it which markets you're looking for, and it will tell you what your highest net back is based on the price they're paying at that time and the basis that they're paying. And that's pretty handy because I don't have to go to so many different sites.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's June 23rd, 2014. I'm Logan Burgess. Joining me to my right here is Cody Bills to help break down a mixed day once again for the grains in Chicago. As you can see, we had corn down 8 3/4. Soybeans, the only grain closing in positive territory, up 9 cents on the July contract. And we had Chicago wheat off 5.5 cents today. We did have soybeans closing higher, but it was a wild ride today in Chicago. As you can see here from this 5-minute chart of the November contract, the red line here is the open of the day session. Coming out of the night, we were trading up about 16 cents, but it really seemed like traders were selling strength out of the soybean market in today's action. What's kind of your take here, Cody, on a soybean market that continues to be exceptionally volatile?
Well, it is interesting that we have met that strength in the overnight session with more selling. Keep in mind that back on the June WASDE report, we saw a positive number coming out better than expected, and we saw selling in the soybean sector. NOPA crush numbers better than expected. Right. We saw that met with more selling. And today we get China's, their manufacturing sector expanding expanding finally for the first time in 6 months. And the bottom line here is that it's showing strength here for the #1 soybean importer. It's showing strength in their economy. That's positive. And of course, we were higher in the overnight session, met with more selling once the day session opened up. So I think that's something to keep in mind here. It seems like everything positive, you get a little bit of a bounce and you get met with more selling pressure.
In today's action, some of what we could have been seeing as well was positioning coming into next Monday's acreage number. A lot of traders looking for 81.5, 82 million acres even out of soybeans. So, in my opinion, if we see 82 million acres out from the USDA, I think that's going to weigh on this contract. If growing conditions continue to look good here, I think that prices are going to have a hard time staying above 12 if we do get the large acreage that a lot of people are expecting. With that in mind, I think that this week is a good week to at least think about making some forward sales on soybeans or picking up a put. Right now, soybean prices are relatively strong, especially when compared to corn, and it seems like there's more downside right now when you look at the potential ending stocks on 2014-15. If you have questions about strategies or mechanically how to actually hedge your crop, feel free to call our office, 877-472-4607. After the bell here, Cody, we did get crop progress numbers. It didn't really look like anything that's going to shock the trade here into the overnight.
Absolutely. Really we came out within analyst expectations, right in line there at 74%. Good to excellent this week. Last week we were 76%, so we shed a couple percentage points there. Yeah. Soybeans came out losing 1% this week, down to 72%. Good to excellent. Keep in mind, though, this is still significantly better than where we were last year. Last year around this time, we were 65% good to excellent. So these are still fantastic crop ratings. Right. All in all, it looks like everything's starting out great for this crop. I think that's one of the reasons why. Corn is trading down again. It had a very short rebound there, and now it's back trading near its lows. So I think that's the sort of thing. Just a very strong crop here, and despite the fact that we had a good amount of rain, there's a lot of acres that benefited from it. And of course, when you look at harvested acres, we're down here for wheat, 33% finally harvested, 16% last week.
Yeah, it looks like if we're looking forward here at wheat there this week, it does look like we should have relatively favorable weather for harvest. Last week, looking at the wheat market, that was one story that was getting some attention. Saw a lot of photos on Twitter of harvesters stuck in the mud in Kansas, so it doesn't look like we're going to be getting that this week, and as a result, may not get a little bit of a support to the market that we found last week as planting or harvest saw some pretty substantial delays.
Absolutely. Now, there's going to be 2 events here going forward that you should really keep a very close watch on. One, we have acreage numbers and the quarterly grain stocks numbers on the June 30th. Not only that, is also first notice day for the July contract, so keep that in mind as we trade toward that date. Also on the 25th, we're going to have the web meeting with Planalytics. They're going to be talking about El Nino and the factors that are going to influence just how potent this particular cycle is going to be, and it's going to kind of break it down, what it means to North American farmers. So I think that's very important, and if you're interested in joining us, go ahead and give us a call at 877-472-4607. We'll sign you up as our guest, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot for tuning in for today's show. We'll see you on Tuesday.